Anthony Budo, Journey Evolution, and in this video, we are going to take a look at the quote, "To say you have no choice is to relieve yourself of responsibility." So, are you ready? Let's go. All right, guys, let's jump right in. I want to ask you, are you feeling stuck with limited or no available choices? Do you believe you have no options other than the ones already selected? Are you electing to give up choice in order to avoid taking responsibility? There's always a choice, although that doesn't necessarily mean that all choices are easy to make. Allowing yourself to believe that there are no choices in whatever situation removes the burden of having to take responsibility for your actions. Think back to a situation, either past or present, where you felt like you didn't have a choice, where you were left with only one option. Can you recall that in your mind? Believe it or not, you actually did have a choice in that situation. However, based on your beliefs, your values, your past experiences, and possibility of undesired outcome of other available options, you felt like you only had one path that you could take. But realize, though, that you did have other options. By relinquishing one's power to choose, it allows a person to remain in that victim mentality. They don't take responsibility for their life or their current situation that they feel stuck in, especially if it's causing them suffering. How many times can you recall saying, "I have to"? I want you to think about that for a second. You don't necessarily have to, you choose to. Now you might be saying, wait a second, there are plenty of times I've said that I had to, it's because I truly did. It wasn't a choice. Well, recognize you are actually choosing to. We tend to say we have to because sometimes to choose not doing it may lead to a less desired outcome. However, by acknowledging that you do in fact have choices, you are able to take control of your life. You remove that victim mindset and you take responsibility for your actions and your happiness. I know for myself, I spent many years in relationships that were not beneficial. However, it was my choice to stay there. I did not want to take responsibility for the situation. It was easier to say there were no other options, there were no other choices than to take responsibility for making the tough ones. And I'm so glad that I was able to shift that. And I want you to be able to do that too if you are feeling stuck in that mindset. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, that even though we all have choices, they're not necessarily the easiest to make. So take some time now and ask yourself, is there anything that I'm avoiding taking responsibility by saying I have no other options? Whether that's concerning a job, a relationship, a friendship, no matter what it is, take some time and acknowledge that there are choices in front of you. You may be surprised what you discover within yourself. So now it's your turn. Leave me a comment. Let me know of an experience where maybe you relinquished choices to avoid taking responsibility for a situation or outcome. And what was the end result? Does the victim card still play an active role in your life today? And if it does, what can you do to start making a conscious change? And remember, if you are still struggling and you need some support, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. Together, we become stronger individuals. Educate, engage, evolve, and I will see you soon.